So the next lesson is how to hold the instrument. Cello is much easier to hold than the violin or viola, or even the bass, because the bass, standing, you have to kind of balance it. So we're sitting. This is actually probably the easiest of the string instruments, not including the guitar, to hold initially. So when you take the cello, you always want to hold the instrument by the neck, so you've got a good hold on it. And then also, like when you're putting it on the floor, you want to rest it on the sides. You never put your instrument on the back, on the back, okay? Because you can scratch the back. So you always put it on the sides. So when you go to hold your instrument, put it on your lap. You want to undo the end pin. How long do you know how to do it? Well, start out about that much, okay? You don't have too much at the beginning, and then you're going to adjust it, and you'll eventually figure out how much to do it. Basically, it depends on how high your stool is or your chair is. I'm on the edge of my bed. It's a good idea to have something flat to sit on. If you have something angled or scooped, that's really bad for your back. Flat surface is the best. Bed is fine, but it's not really the best actually, but it's okay for this purpose. So when you're sitting, you want to have your feet flat on the floor, and the edges of the cello right here, they go like on the insides of your legs right here. That's where they rest, okay? And then this part of the cello, then this part of the cello goes against your breastbone right here, okay? And that's just where it sits. The scroll and the pegs go behind your neck, and that's how it should be. It should be easy. You should be able to have no hands, be able to be free, okay? You can also hug your cello and name your cello and say nice things to your cello. Okay, so that's the basic how to hold it. It's pretty easy. Then to pizzicato, we're going to start pizzicatoing. I'll show you the bow in another lesson, but this is just to kind of get you started quick. So pizzicato, we're going to pizzicato with our right hand. You're going to take the last 3 fingers, curve them under, make a backwards L, put the thumb against the side of the fingerboard, and you want to pluck over the fingerboard here. You don't pluck here, because that's where you bow. You pluck up over here, and you don't need to pluck up here. This is too high up, and you're going to be putting fingers up here anyway, eventually. So you pluck down here close toward the edge of the fingerboard, right about in this zone. We're going to pluck the first string, is the A, then you have D, then you have G, and then you have C. It's very important to keep your thumb on the side of the fingerboard, because it's kind of like an anchor. If you don't, it's harder to come down to the string, and you're more likely you have more chances of missing, okay? So you want to set yourself up for success initially. So you want to be on the side of the fingerboard here, and then pizzicato, okay? I have a little exercise to do. So we're going to start with, we're not going to play, this is the low string is the C. We're not going to play that yet. We're going to start with G, then we're going to do D, and then we're going to do A, and then we're going to do D. Okay, let's hold each one for 4 counts and do those 4 notes. So G, then D, then A, then D. 1, 2, 3, go. G, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4. A, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4. Now let's do 2 notes for each string, but in half notes. So we're going to count to 2 for each one. So it sounds like this. G2, G2, D2, D2, A2, A2, D2, D2. Okay? Then we're going to do quarter notes. So the first one we did was 1 long note, 1 whole note, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we did 2 half notes, G2, G2. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. For each one, 4 on the G, then 4 on the D, then 4 on the A, and then 4 back to D. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. G, 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 D, 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 A, 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 D, D, D. Okay, so if I put it all together, we do whole notes first, then half notes, and then quarter notes. It'll sound like this. G, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4. A, that's our first exercise. I suggest that you say your notes and you count out loud while you play. It does two things. One is it helps you learn your notes or learn your strings, but it also helps you keep a steady beat. Okay, so we're going to do it with a little accompaniment track that I have, and you can play along with me. You can hear it okay. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, go. G, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3. A, 2, 3, 4. D, 2. Half notes. G, 2, G, 2. D, 2, D, 2. A, 2, A, 2, D, 2. Quarter notes. G, 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 D, 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 D. A, 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 D, D. Go to half notes. G, 2, G, 2, D, 2, D, 2. A, 2, A, 2, D. Now go to whole notes. G, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4. A, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, and stop. Okay, so that's your first exercise. You're learning your open strings, you're learning the position, you're learning how to feel, how to hold the cello and how that feels and be comfortable with it. That's actually quite a lot. And then you're learning how to pizzicato the correct way. Make sure your first finger is curved and you're plucking with the fleshy part of your finger right here. That's where you want to pluck, how you want to pluck the string, okay? So yeah, practice that. Make sure you memorize your open strings. You know at least 3 of them. If you can remember what the 3 of them are, then you'll easily remember that 4th one too. Okay? Good luck.